Hi, Gloria Donahue again with Nana's Cookery. Welcome back to the kitchen, or welcome for the first time. I'm going to be making a 30-minute cassoulet. So if you're thinking it's the nice long cooking cassoulet with duck and goose and everything in it, no, it isn't that. But it's very good. It has sausage and smoked sausage, has a bacon flavor, has beans and tomatoes. First we start off by sauteing some bacon. We want that crisp bacon to put on the top when we're done, and we want some of that bacon fat to flavor the cassoulet that we're making. So this is the bacon in the cassoulet. The recipe calls for about 1/4 of a pound of bacon, but because I'm only going to be using about half of the cassoulet and freezing the rest, I only cook as much bacon as I need because I only need a tablespoon for the cassoulet itself. So the next time I take the cassoulet out of the freezer, I'll just make some more bacon for that topping. But this time I'm starting with 3 slices because that's going to give me enough. I need a tablespoon of bacon grease. So I'm going to remove that from the cassoulet now, but you'll see now it's going to have a nice bacon flavor base to that cassoulet. We have a tablespoon of bacon fat in there, and I'm going to be putting in 1 pound of pork sausage. And I'm just going to put it in by hand in little pieces, and then I'll smash it up to make it even smaller as it cooks. And I want to saute that sausage. And this is just regular pork sausage, just bulk sausage. The sausage is cooked, and it said drain it. This Dutch oven is so heavy, it's going to be easier for me to take the sausage out and put it in a bowl temporarily, I think, and then I'll dump it. The sausage is out. I drained it. Be really careful. That fat is really hot, and you're usually dealing with a heavy pot, but you want to get rid of that fat. And now I'm putting in 1 pound. It's slightly less than 1 pound because honestly, the way it's being packaged now, it's about 14 ounces, and I just went with that. But it would be 1 pound or 14 ounces of smoked sausage, and it's sliced in about 1/4 of an inch. And we're just going to put that in there for a few minutes just to give it a little start and a little color. While your meat is cooking, while I have the smoked sausage in there, I'm going to peel 2 carrots and slice them, and I'm going to slice 2 stalks of celery. And when we go to cut them, remember we've talked about this before if you've watched, and if you don't have a lot of experience with cutting vegetables and things, it looks like they're just cutting straight up and down. But really, there's a little forward push to it. Otherwise, it wouldn't separate. You'd get down to the end, and then you'd bring it up, and you'd have all these little pieces that weren't really cut. So there's a slight forward motion when you do it, and you just bring the knife along. Be careful, obviously, of your hands. So this stew is really nice because it does have meat. It does have vegetables, it does have beans, so it's a really nice one-dish meal with a nice roll. Here we go. It doesn't take all that long to do vegetables, but again, there's a slight forward motion to that slice that brings that in. So they're all ready. Our sausage and smoked sausage are done. You can see there's a little color on the sausage, just makes it, and it said drain it. But honestly, I found that I couldn't get oil out of it. There's just not enough to get out. I did use a paper towel to get out some of the oil. Now I'm going to add 1 cup of stewed tomatoes with all its liquid, 1 cup of great northern beans that have been drained, 1 cup of red kidney beans that have been drained, and now this is 2 sliced carrots, 2 sliced celery, a tablespoon of fresh parsley, and a teaspoon of dried basil. And we're going to put that all in there. I'm going to stir that up and stir it every once in a while. You can see you need a pretty big size pot for this. So let's get it all stirred up. And we're going to get more juices out of those tomatoes and the vegetables as they cook down. And I'll just stir it every once in a while, once we make sure that everything is in there. And let's see how long it says that I should cook this. Let me check my recipe. Simmer covered 20 minutes. And you can judge that, whether you want to cook it a little longer, whether you want those carrots to be done a little more. And I could have sliced them a little thinner. I think I sliced those carrots pretty thick this time, and it actually does say thinly sliced. So I may let it cook a little longer than that. I'm going to put a lid on it, and then we're just going to let that cook away. And you just serve it in bowls, and you put some crumbled bacon over it. Our cassoulet is ready. I'm going to turn off the heat. I'm going to put it in a bowl. And crumble some bacon on top. And a nice roll, and you've got yourself a nice dinner. It's delicious. Thanks, and thanks for stopping by again. Bye-bye.